Sorry, I honestly did not mean for that to happen. My motive and my reason.
You got niggas in like the hell facing charges. About to get extradited.
I would have been I wouldn't have slept for 3 days.
Bro, have you seen the viral video that got Andrew Tate arrested when a streamer leaked his escape plans live on stream?
Wait, what?
Yes. So if you don't know who Andrew Tate is, he's a big manosphere vlogger. He blew up a couple years ago. He's like the most famous man on the internet, right? He caught some human trafficking charges last year or like the last couple of years. And basically it's been a conversation between, is the government trying to take advantage of him and smear his name? Are people just mad because of his rhetoric online, or did he really commit these crimes? Now, Aiden Ross is one of the biggest streamers in the world and was a collaborator of Andrew Tate. Now, Aiden Ross went on stream, right? Because, you know, they haven't done a collaboration in a long time. Aiden Ross went on stream and talked about this man who's like, you know, multi-millionaire, like tens of millions of dollars, like a super rich dude, about his plans to escape the country so that he could be free, because they went to jail for like 3 months last year. But this is the video, which is crazy.
Andrew had hit me up. He said, hey, I'm going to be leaving Romania soon and probably never coming back. If you want to come over and do a week of long streams and content before I leave, I think it'll be big. And he said it's basically now or never. So, and this is just, I told you guys this year, it's a week of content, right? And again, guys, this might be the last time we ever do this. So it's kind of like we got to take advantage of it now because, hey, bro, it's basically like, yeah, it's like that. And
He immediately get arrested. Him and his brother. Like, how terrible do you have to be? These guys got arrested hours later.
Oh my God.
So you go and like, yeah, I'm gonna go over there. It'll be the last time I ever see him. What?
What did he do to you?
Yeah, like, is that your friend? That's your friend, right?
I don't have much to say about this.
Okay, so it gets worse. So right after that happened, and at first, I'm gonna be honest, when I first saw that video, when I saw people were saying online, I didn't believe it. Well, I wasn't sure if that was really the reason why he got arrested. But he did get arrested right after that, and this is them getting out of jail. Him talking about it, Andrew Tate.
Unfortunately, I don't think many people in Romania understand, but in the West, in the countries that are owned by the Satanists, with a certain level of fame, you either put on a dress or you go to jail, and I'm happy to make my choice, which is jail every single time. My soul is not for sale, neither are my principles. We are innocent men. We're very innocent men, and in time, everybody's going to see that, and we're very excited to finish this judicial process and clear our names.
Well, you are free for now, but still, the Romanian courts...
Now, of course, in Andrew Tate fashion, it's the Satanists that are trying to get him to put on dresses that have him in jail, and not the women who said that they were trafficked.
Kat said something similar, that you get to a certain stage and you got to put on a dress.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't doing it.
But that, ain't nobody, he's not even on a network for someone to ask him to put on a dress. You're not signed to anybody. But okay, so after that interview, they went on their own show and they talked about how they were about to be extradited to the UK to face separate charges on another case that they didn't have like an actual witness for. They didn't tell them who was accusing them of this. And it's something that apparently happened like a decade ago. So they're also being charged with that apparently at this time.
Now, these days, they are doing a lot of grab backs, things that people done that might have been swept under the rug. It's like all of this stuff is coming back on people, whether they did it or not. I guess, it'll play out in court, but people are being accused of things from years ago that now they have to face. So it is interesting to see this happening, not just in what's familiar to me, which is in like Black hip hop community, people that we see every day that we have gotten familiar with from their shows or music or whatever the case may be. But it seems like this is happening just like across the board.
Well, they got into it. Well, a big part of the reason why they got in trouble is because allegedly the way that Andrew Tate and his brother made a lot of their money is through campsites. So they were basically, he even like dropped a course, and I don't remember all the details, where he was basically like teaching guys how to become OnlyFans managers or online pimps to a certain degree. And a lot of it had to do with manipulation. And so they even have like this whole thing because they're in Romania, where they had like an ex-Romanian female police officer that was supposed to be helping like keep the girls in line and recruit and all of those things. And it was like supposed to be a whole like ring that they were running when it came to these campsites.
So there could possibly be a lot of truth to these allegations.
Yeah. Now the thing is that did some of that happen? Yes, maybe. I don't know. Is it motivated, and are they now in trouble because of who they are? I think that plays a big part of it. Like in this same situation, I don't think they end up in jail if he doesn't and become 9 million followers on Twitter famous. You get what I'm saying?
I 100% agree. People get to a certain level, and if you tick off the wrong person, or somebody just get an idea that they don't like you, or, well, they got enough money now for me to come back and say A, B, and C and get some, kickback from it. So
this is what the UA case is against. This is what the UK case against him is. In a statement emailed Tuesday to journalists, a local police force north of London, where Tate used to live, said it had obtained a European arrest warrant. As a part of the ongoing investigation, 2 allegations are in human trafficking. Bedfordshire police have obtained a European arrest warrant for 2 men in their 30s. It read, "We are working with authorities in Romania as part of this investigation." Separately, 4 of Tate's alleged victims in the UK have set up a crowdfunding site to cover their legal costs in a civil case that they are pursuing against them. So this isn't criminal, I don't believe. Well, maybe it's a little bit of both. They had reported Tate to British authorities for alleged violence, but their claims did not advance to prosecution. So they haven't. So it looks like there's still an investigation. It looks like people are suing for civil damages, and they are still, like I said, fighting a case in Romania and now the UK as well. So this is what they had to say on their podcast when they addressed it. And look, I'm not done, because I'm gonna have some else that's even funnier.
There's more.
There's more. Oh yeah, we're just getting started.
Okay.
So this is Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate talking about it right after getting out of jail, because I guess they were only held for a few hours, questioned or whatever, then released.
My home country, my United Kingdom, contacted the Romanians with no intention of extraditing me, with no intention of flying me to England to face questioning or for an open investigation. They contacted Romania and told Romania to do its dirty work. They told Romania to do their bidding, to put these 2 boys in jail without a trial. I'm going to explain to you how this works. Romania has a system called preventative detention. If you're suspect of a crime, they could put you in jail before you get a chance to explain yourself in court. That's why me and my brother did 3 months in jail last year. England doesn't have this. If I had been extradited to England, I would have went there, they would have questioned me for a few hours, and I would have been completely free. Lived my life in England. Perfectly fine. Wouldn't even need to come back to Romania. The judge said, "Do you, Tristan Tate, want to be extradited to England?" I said, "No. I want to stay here and clear my name." But what the UK were really trying to do was not to get me extradited and face questioning and be free in England. They were saying, "Look, Romania, he's a dangerous criminal because we allege he did something to somebody in 2012. I don't even know who I allegedly did anything to. There's no name on the paper.
No name. Please.
2012.
Please understand. A warrant came through saying in 2012.
No, not that. It was more specific than that. It said Tristan committed acts of sexual violence, too rough during sex, to a victim in 2012 between the dates of, do you remember? April and December. 8 months. That's what the paper said. And England said, "Look, Romania, he's really dangerous. We know you've got him on trial, so don't extradite him yet. But what we want you to do is put him back in prison using your preventative detention system, which we don't have, to lock our citizen up in your underfunded prisons until the date of his trial, which could be a year or 2 from now." I was this close to a 1 or 2 year prison sentence, unending, maybe 3 years, perma jail. And you know who saved me? A Romanian judge who thought, I don't know her thought process, and I'm sure her thoughts are more eloquently put together than mine, but she thought this is a load of crap. And she said no. She said no. You can't. I know the mainstream media are saying, a judge said.
So this is the information that we have. And so, again, I don't know if they are guilty or if they're not. I don't know if there is some truth, and if they are not even getting charged with the crimes of the things that they actually did and the things that came from the lifestyle that they lived more so than what they actually did. But either way, that is what they had to say about it. But the funniest part about this situation is, so after watching this, I was surprised that they didn't address the whole Aiden Ross thing. And I'm like, well, okay, cool. Maybe that wasn't a situation with some type of, weird congruency. But then Aiden Ross decides to go back on stream and confirm that it was his fault.
Really, really And Andrew Tate's team confirmed that I fucked up. And Tate told me, right? I fucked up. And thank God he did not get put back in there because I would have felt really guilty. Tate had spoke to me and he said, dude, just come to Romania. I want to give my people and your people what they want to see. Let's do some content. You're okay, and I forgive you. Because I apologize. I felt really fucking bad, bro. Like, really bad. And I really, really feel bad about that, and I'm sorry. I honestly did not mean for that to happen. My motive and my reason.
You got niggas in like the hell facing charges. About to get extradited.
I would have been so. I wouldn't have slept for 3 days.
Bro, that's crazy.
At least he stood up to it though, and was. But I felt really, really bad.
Nah, that was hilarious. I don't know what he was thinking or why he did it, but
he wasn't thinking that
I
anything was going to come
went
from
back
that.
and claimed it. Like if you told me it was good and we're good now, I'm not gonna go back and claim it now. But it makes us all look bad.
But you know what? His listeners might be like, okay, well, this definitely validates him. If he'll come back and admit this, we can believe what he's saying.
I guess. I just think that
I'm playing devil's advocate
getting
here.
your friend locked up for human trafficking is a terrible goddamn way to go about living your life.
Terrible.
Like again, are you my friend? Like, are we on the same side? Because it feels like I don't feel like we're on the same side here. But yeah, so we'll let you know if there's any updates to the situation, and because this case has been going on for a long time, and I don't think there's any resolution going to be anytime soon. But if Andrew Tate does disappear into, and
into oblivion,
well, we know who the fuck. Who gave us the heads up?